may be asking yourself, why am I watching? Well, maybe you want the latest scoop on paranormal news. Maybe you want to see your experiences, ideas, and paranormal evidence peer-reviewed. Maybe you're just here for the laughs. Whatever the reason may be, buckle your safety belt. Sit back, relax, and chat with Justin Brown and Bill Davis on this episode of Interface Death Weekly. Hello, and welcome to Interface Death Weekly. I'm your host, Justin Brown, and we have Bill Davis, aka Paranormal Reporter, with us tonight. Thank you for joining. We also have Jessica Bias and Missy Bastine helping with the chat. As always, they cannot get away from me. I slave drive them, don't I?
Yep.
Can't do it without you. So thank you for joining me. Episode 4, so far so good. We have some news. Hopefully we have some paranormal videos and footage to look at. I can't find anything. I mean, we can talk about the stuff that has video on the news, but other than that, we're going to have to rely on what you guys throw at us. And of course, we'll probably talk about some paranormal equipment. I wish I had a studio set up so we could show you some of the stuff that we're doing this year, but we're gonna have to deal with what we got. Bill, you're going all over the place. You have a weak signal right now. Okay, let's see.
I think that's on your end, Justin.
It's on my end. Okay, no, it's not. Got Tim Harpery, Sandy Griffin, Gina Rutledge. Sorry about that. Tina P. Got Marilyn Jean Biersdorf Borst. I probably butchered that. Let's see here. Who else do we got? We got Ronnie on YouTube. Got some more people coming in. Thank you for joining us. So feel free to share the stream, chat with us. We're going to get the engines warmed up here with a little chat. So, Bill, what's been going on? Anything snazzy? Anything new?
I'm just trying to fix my my boom box that I blow things up with. As you know, it kind of got destroyed.
So what you've been doing to fix that?
I need picking fiberglass or fibergrass.
Fiberglass.
Yeah, fix it, smoke it.
So I wouldn't recommend.
I think it'll hold it.
Smoking fiberglass don't sound healthy. I know Jess is a little bit under the weather, so pray for her. She wishes she felt better. I've been busy today. Me and Christy bought a brand new dishwasher, a Whirlpool. I was going to get a Frigidaire, but she wanted the Whirlpool. Put that in. Of course, they didn't tell me that there was the 90-degree fitting on the bottom for the water line that I needed to buy extra. So I went back, got that, put that in. No leaks. So we bought a 2-stage water filtration system for an extra faucet for your sink. Hooked that all up, put it in. Almost broke the damn filter cartridge thing. And we found out that I didn't have the lines pushed in all the way, so it kind of leaked a little bit. And then I found out, since we have a sprayer and we put the new faucet where the sprayer goes, we didn't have the line coming down from the cold water where the sprayer went back on. It just sprayed everywhere when I tried to turn the faucet on. So I had to dry that all up, put the sprayer back on, and then just shoved it under the sink compartment. So it's just going to be chilling out there until we find a way to cap it off. So that's how my evening went. Yes.
And you're still here to tell the tale.
I'm just a little moist.
Mhm.
A little
You're
moist.
lucky Christy didn't kill you.
No, she was cool. She
I've
was
never
laughing.
done a dishwasher.
I like them. You know, it's the only way I can help with the dishes. It's the only way I'll do it.
That's right.
We
He
got
doesn't want
Valerie.
dishpan hands.
We got A Fireball on YouTube.
Yeah.
Haunted by Haunteds on
Jesus.
YouTube.
He's just Palm Olive. I know who Fireball is.
Yeah, she said a special.
Fireball XL5.
Yeah, she said. Fireball says special hello to Bill Davis, and you forgot Darren Smith is on as well.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Okay.
Sure.
I knew he said he was coming on the event, so he is here now. Welcome everybody that's coming in. Appreciate you all. We're going to pull up some news, some interesting things in paranormal news. If you have anything that we don't talk about, you can send me a link and we can throw it up. But we'll start off a little bit of UFO news. This article reads, or the title of it is "The Pilot Captures a Clearly Visible UFO Flying at High Altitude." Now, this footage is pretty good. It's perfectly clear. And if you can see the photo here, that's something metallic flying in the air. And there's no wings, no propulsion system that can be seen. It's strange. So we'll read. The Aviva Air pilot during a commercial flight over Medellin, Colombia, noticed a strange object flying to the plane and decided to record it. In the video, we see that the cube-like UFO passes the plane at a safe distance. Unlike any known aircraft, these objects have been sighted overcoming the Earth's gravity with no visible means of propulsion. They also lack any flight surfaces, such as wings. If an aircraft travels faster than the speed of sound, it typically leaves signatures like vapor trails, sonic booms. This type of UFO accounts note the lack of surveillance video. So, what are these mysterious objects flying with hypersonic speed and the ability to fly without obvious wings, tail, or exhaust? No one has yet gotten close to the crafts that display these trails, so their origins are still unknown. So we're going to take a look at this video. Let's turn on the... see if there's any audio here. I don't know why the fuck there's this weird music. It's like maracas are playing. Good thing you girls and Bill can't hear this.
Valerie asked if it could be a satellite.
Okay, so satellites require on 0G to just like be there. So no, this is well within the atmosphere. So that's not a satellite. This is being recorded from a jet cockpit. Look at it. Now, the only thing this could be that I know, I mean, they could have, let me turn this down so. They could have made this a CGI thing. There you go. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, we can go back over here and kind of give it a closer look here. We'll put this up. I turned off the overlay so you can kind of read this information here. There is a cropped version here. I mean, I don't see any obvious CGI things. I mean, it looked real when I watched it, but you never know without the original footage and analyzing it yourself. But we'll take another look at it here.
Wonder what kind of camera he was using.
Val, if it was a drone, it would have propellers on it. What's that, Brent? We see you there. Betty Kegley.
Yeah,
Betty,
there's
we just got started, Betty.
But so what it's doing, it's
flying straight
straight, so it's not
past
falling.
them. No.
Right.
Well, you really can't tell because if you look back this way, they're filming, they're giving the altitude and everything right there, and then they're sticking the camera out the window and they're kind of zooming in. See, it just there might be evidence of CGI right there. See how there was a little bit of pixelation right as it comes in, like right in there. It kind of pixelates right there. Boom! There was a pixelation there. But they
That's
zoom
a good
in.
job, but
if it's CGI, they did a pretty damn good job. It definitely, if it's not real, it's CGI.
Yeah. I just don't know the source. I mean,
well, the source they talk about in the video here.
Well, I know it says the company, but I've never heard of them. But
during a
it says
commercial
he's got
flight,
more videos on TikTok or something.
Yeah, it's commercial flight over Medellin, Colombia. Noticed a strange object flying to the plane, and decided to record it. Well, the first thing that makes me skeptical is it doesn't even come into sight until he points his camera out the window. Maybe it was doing some other stuff like flying back and forth. But it's in the news. It's in the news. So we have that. Valerie's like, debunked. Did I just debunk it? Do you guys agree that it's CGI? Who type 1 if you think it's CGI? Because I don't see what else it would be. I mean, other than real alien shit.
Space junk.
Well, I just wonder why he pressed the app to record it in TikTok and not.
Well, I think at the beginning it's original video here. At the beginning, it's not cropped or anything, but I think he uploaded the video to his TikTok account.
Oh,
see, this is regular aspect ratio. This is 4:3.
Okay. I mean, I don't know that much about TikTok. I just know Emma does videos on it.
Yeah, TikTok is like a portrait orientation, like your phone. It's formatted for the phone. Okay, well, there's that.
You have a lot of ones there.
1. Nice. All right, we got more. We got more for you here. We can take a look over here. We can make this bigger for y'all. To hide my notification thing. Ghost hunter calls 911 after hearing voice. Yeah. A paranormal investigator called the emergency services after hearing cries for help at a Pennsylvania cemetery. The peculiar incident, which took place on Wednesday just before 10 a.m., occurred after the ghost hunter, whose name has not been disclosed, called the police after hearing what he described as a woman's voice calling out to him, Evergreen Cemetery, Spring Hill Township. During the 911 call, he remained adamant that the voice, which had been coming from a pile of dirt inside a shed at the cemetery, had been screaming, "Help, help, I'm buried alive." Can you imagine that? You'd be freaking the hell out. Keen to help the woman and unwilling to wait until officers had arrived on the scene, he reportedly purchased a shovel and started digging next to the shed in a bit to reach her. When Trooper Jonathan M. Mosier got there, however, there was no sign of a woman anywhere. No female was located, and troopers cleared the scene. He said in the incident report, "As things stand, the source of the voice that the man had heard continues to remain a total mystery." So that's all, folks. What do you think? Guys, crazy?
That's bizarre.
I mean, he wouldn't be the first person to hear something, a disembodied voice in the cemetery. Right?
No. But I would think if he was an experienced ghost hunter, he would know the difference between a disembodied voice and a real voice.
Sometimes it doesn't sound different.
True. Yeah. But
I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
I mean, to go get
maybe it was the spirit of a woman that had been buried alive.
If I was a dispatcher,
that's what it's.
And I got that call, I would be like, "Well, quit smoking pot in the cemeteries, you buffoon." I don't know. It could be something. It's just hard to trust a source.
Brent said last year that man in Ireland had a recording in a coffin with him. So this is most likely a hoax.
Makes sense. Okay. Let's see what we got next here. Store CCTV captures paranormal activity. I have not actually watched this video, but we'll read it. A number of strange occurrences in an alleged haunted antique shop have been caught on CCTV camera. Formerly a 19th century funeral parlor, Barnsley Antiques Centre in South Yorkshire, England, has often been dubbed Britain's most haunted shop due to its eerie atmosphere and reputation as a hotbed of paranormal activity. The number of weird incidents that have happened here over the years is absolutely bizarre, said owner Daniel Parker, who opened the store in 2014. I'm naturally skeptical about paranormal activity and all that, but seeing the things I've seen has forced me to think twice. I'll just be stood at the till and think that's not quoted right, I hope. Till and things will start dropping off the shelves, which would be fine if it happened a few times, but it's all the time. People who know about this kind of thing think there are ghosts, spirits, and all sorts in the shop. It's all very strange. Sure enough, the store's official YouTube channel contains dozens of CCTV clips showing items mysteriously falling off shelves, seemingly without intervention. One of the earliest incidents involved a glass cabinet literally exploding for no apparent reason. I want to see that. The electrician rang me up and said there was smashed glass all over the floor, said Parker. I couldn't explain how it had gotten there, so I went in and had a look at the CCTV. That's when I saw the cabinet explode. So that's what we're going to see. It's the strangest thing I have ever seen. What could possibly have happened? So let me turn on the volume here and we'll take a look. Boom. Boom. Now let's just see if anything's thrown at it. Here, let's slow it down. Oh, wrong buttons. Playback speed 25. Slow mo. Boom. This scene looks familiar. I've seen this guy's videos before. Is this an old video?
Betty said that she's seen this before.
Valerie said she's seen it before too.
So this is okay. It says 9/9/2014. Okay, I didn't check this. I should check this crap because it's dated Tuesday 28 January 2020. I've seen this before. So okay, I'm gonna email this website and say, look, dude, you just made me look like a clown. We'll look at it anyway.
We know the real you.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen this before. Boom. That is kind of cool, though. What's doing that? Oh. If you put a small charge in there and remote detonated it, it could do that.
Do you think shooting it with a BB?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look how it shatters, though.
No, that's huge, yeah.
Like sound, like a loud sound might do that. Well, sorry, folks.
Yeah, well, and Scotty says the glass is going outwards, not inwards.
Yeah, it's exploding from the outside. That's what made me think there was a charge on the inside that they could have remote detonated it.
Brent says there's 20 to 30 earthquakes in the UK every year. So is this shop near a fault line?
Oh.
Didn't even think about that.
The camera.
Well, Brett's 2 for 2.
Well, there was no camera shake.
Yeah.
You do have a point there, Bill. It's stabilized camera equipment. I think if it was an earthquake, we would see some evidence of it.
Right, but something could have
Van Halen.
fell on the shelf and penetrated the glass, and it just.
I'm mad because I didn't watch this before the show because I was so busy today, and I trusted that website. Never again.
Never again.
Unexplained mysteries.
I watched it though. I did watch it in 2012.
Now this next one, 2014. Like soon as I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, we've all seen this. Okay. This one's fun. Father and son film Ogopogo in Canada Lake. Recently released footage shows what looks like a large creature swimming in Okanagan Lake, British Columbia. I think that's how you say that. The video, which was originally recorded on July 10th, 2018, was uploaded onto YouTube this week by Blake Neudorf, who had been fishing with his father in Okanagan Lake. I don't want to say that ever again. A body of water famous for its Ogopogo lake monster.
Did you watch this video before the show?
Yes, I did. At the time of the sighting, shut up. The thing looks like it's close to in the video, but it was a few hundred yards offshore, and it was huge. I would say at least 60 foot long. You could visually see it rolling in the water, he wrote. During this video, there was a small group of people videoing offshore as well. Towards the end, it goes into a small bay, so me and my dad hopped in the truck and drove towards the area it was headed, but when we got to the bay, it was nowhere to be seen. Ogopogo is typically described as a large serpent-like creature that has been sighted at the lake as far back as the 19th century, although there remains no conclusive evidence of its existence. Could this be what Blake and his dad filmed that day, or is there a more conventional explanation? So this one's got sound, and it's pretty funny how him and his kid talk.
What is that?
I have no clue. No, what?
You see that?
Yes. What the heck? I'm filming that.
Me too. Are you zoomed in as far as you can?
Yeah.
Me too.
Dad, look at that.
Oh.
Betty's saying driftwood. I guess it could be that.
It's not like a school of fish or anything.
Okay.
Well, it was filmed a year and a half ago. Or, yeah. So, have they seen it since?
But nobody's seen it till now on our show. Oh, you can't go past the net, thank God.
What now?
It looks like it's moving with the current too.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing you would think to explain it is driftwood, but it definitely just could be a log. But it kind of looks like it's got some kind of swim motion to it. Maybe it's because it's bobbing around in the water. You would think if it was driftwood, it wouldn't look quite like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably got a better view of it though.
Nocturnal says they should use a solar cam to scan the lake and detect this thing.
That would be something fun for someone to do. I definitely wouldn't do it.
That lake's rather large. It looks.
Oh yeah, it's a big one. Is Josh home, or is he watching from his phone?
I don't know.
No, he's not home yet. I haven't heard the front door.
All right.
I wonder why I didn't go look.
Well, I think when the article it said they hopped in a truck to go up to the other side of the bay, but it wasn't there when they got there.
Oh, they weren't in the boat, I guess.
No, they were on the shore. So here's that. We got one more thing that I found interesting. And it's psychic news. Psychics correctly predict where and when missing teen would be found. So this is almost related to what we were talking to Robbie Thomas last night about. Or no, Wednesday, not last night. Much to surprise of authorities in Kentucky, a group of psychics were seemingly able to correctly predict where and when a missing teen would be found. According to a local newspaper, the strange case began back on January 13th in the city of Frankfort, when Haley Martin's father reported his daughter's disappearance to the police. Over the course of the next week, attempts to locate the young woman proved to be futile, leading authorities to consider a more unorthodox approach to their search. This past Thursday evening, Sheriff Chris Quire visited Martin's home, where a group of self-proclaimed clairvoyants had gathered in hopes of psychically locating the teen. While he was skeptical that this session would wind up being successful, the law enforcement officer explained that he went along with the idea because he did not want to leave any stone unturned. During the meeting, Quire recalled, most of the members of the proverbial psychic search party agreed that he would find Haley in a neighboring county by morning. Amazingly, the group's premonition turned out to be correct, as a police department in a neighboring county called Quire's office the next day to report that they had found the missing teenager who had accidentally run away from home that morning. Actually, not accidentally, sorry. It's hard to believe that the sheriff marveled at the remarkable accuracy of the group's prediction, and while the psychics may not have directly led Quire to where the girl was located, we're guessing that they just might have made a believer out of the sheriffs, thanks to the uncanny way in which their vision became reality. So that is interesting. Pretty cool. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. Well, I watched your show last night, right?
Or Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Robbie would be like, "Ha! I would have told you where the kid was."
Sandy asked, wouldn't that be a prediction, not a premonition?
I guess a prediction would be non-psychical, and a premonition would be more psychic-like. Good question. I'm not sure. I guess a prediction would be like,
or both together.
Like if Nostradamus predicted something that would happen 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000 years later, would that have been a premonition? No, or what do they call that?
That's a prediction.
Okay.
But he might have gotten his prediction from having a premonition.
Maybe that's just the word that the writer of the article chose to describe what they did.
He was only up to the P's. The book was almost over.
Yeah, that's what it was. You called it. Well, that's the news. Has anybody heard anything else interesting, show-worthy? I know some people like send things to me periodically, but I can't remember. Sin City Paranormal is now following. Thanks, Sin City. Appreciate it.
That's about all I could find too. Mm-hmm. Was that sphere thing?
Yep. So yeah, I just put a notice in the chat. If you would like to donate, the link is right there, and you can donate anything you can afford. If not, just watching the show and chatting with it is support enough for us. But if you would like to do that and you would like to support us, that is a way to do it right there. Sin City Paranormal is followed on Twitch, so they must be watching on Twitch. We could take all the Twitch love we can get. Scotty Fox says, Nocturnal, there's more bro science on YouTube paranormal channels than I can stomach at times. Probably explains why so many of my comments violates community guidelines and I get removed.
Nocturnal wants to know, Justin, do you know when you're going to release the documentary box set?
It is released now. This weekend I'm working on the the bonus footage. Bill Davis is the first one to actually purchase that, so he'll be getting the first copy.
Yes.
So if you would like to purchase it, it's on the website right now in our shop, and you can get one.
Who is Nocturnal? Is that Caesar?
Yeah,
Caesar.
they're really nice too.
Yeah, hold on. I can get them real quick. I can kind of give you a sneak peek here.
Yeah,
Caesar.
Yeah, we got things amazing the way you did these.
Yeah.
Well, he's grabbing that. Caesar, please do me a favor, and this isn't creepy at all, but can you send me on a messenger
the bonus features label? I don't have on the disc yet. I have it printed out.
Send a messenger or what?
And I'll show you it.
Cut out, yes.
Yeah.
I need helpers.
He's talking. Hold on. I don't want him to.
All right, here we go. So here's the cover of it. It's going to get chroma keyed a little bit. Here's the back. And it's a 6-disc set. That's you, dude. No, not really. That holds 3. The last 2's there. And here is where the bonus footage disc is going to go. And this is what it looks like. This looks actually pretty cool. I like how this turned out. It'll look more circular. That's what the bonus footage disc looks like. And it's going to have unedited interviews, deleted scenes, and some gag reel. The gag reel is going to be freaking hilarious. It's super funny.
We're hilarious people.
That's right. And it gets even better when you're tired and you've had somebody like myself asking you questions for 2 hours straight.
Paradrunk.
Thanks, Marilyn. I'm glad you like it. Paradrunk. Yep, that's what you call it. I'm sorry, was I talking over you, Jess?
No, it's fine. I would just like Caesar to send me his address so I can mail him something. I think Josh has it. I have his address
too.
But is it okay, Caesar, if I send you something?
Josh has everybody's address.
Josh is a creep.
No, he's just bought stuff from the store before, and that's how
I know.
Is Bill gonna blow anything up for this episode? LOL.
He hasn't told me.
The mixer almost went.
You almost blew it up.
Wire it up, but yeah. We got to fix our box. Please send us fiberglass so we can fix that box. Don't get me.
Is it hard to get the fiberglass that you need?
Yeah. I mean, it's at Walmart. It's like around the corner.
Caesar, I've seen you on Facebook. What'd you do? Delete that?
Walmart.
I think you deleted it.
Betty said, this isn't new, but have you seen the video of the lady going into the laundry room? It's off of her porch and heard a voice that sounded like it came from inside the wall. She even called 911. And the police heard it too.
Send me the link. Put up the link and we'll take a look at it. I don't think so. I think I'll know once I see it. Yep, you can mail something to Caesar. So just remind me after the show and I'll send you his address.
Yeah, I think Josh might have it.
You guys can mail me.
I can mail you something too, Bill?
You guys can mail me stuff too to blow up, yeah.
I need to mail Jessica crystals. What?
We'll blow them up.
What? I get crystals? What?
There's gunpowder in them.
Scotty says I can mail him something too. Of course, everybody gets something.
Emily said like Bill looks really smart.
I didn't know your mom was watching.
She just popped on, yeah.
Aww. My mom. Everybody say hello to my mom and prayers for my mom, but I'm not going into detail.
Someone logged in from Las Vegas, New Mexico to the website, so I don't think that's Caesar. He lives in California, I think. Jessica, you can send something to him. I wish I could send stuff to Scotty. Australia is like the worst place to mail anything. It costs a lot of money.
Valerie said, Jess and I will send you some voodoo dolls to blow up.
I want Bill to get some actual. It's like a doll that's claimed to be haunted. I want him to send it to him for disposal.
Yeah.
So if you have a haunted item, haunted relic, or an object that you would like to see demolitioned, and you have some spare fiberglass, Bill will blow it up.
Fiberglass. That's some haunted $50 bills.
We've been making it rain.
You're like
Dead presidents. I mean, there could be some paranormal crap. I'll spend them and see.
You'll spend them. So yeah, I mean,
fiberglass and haunted objects.
so far, we are still waiting to buy or to purchase our 2 tables at Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. We just paid the deposit for the cabins that we'll be staying in that weekend, so that's starting to happen. We actually are going to be talking to another group that we are affiliated with that a lot of you may know, this Saturday evening about a collaboration for this year. And I'm very much looking forward to it. And it's going to be huge. Huge, as Trump would do, per se. Huge.
Nice.
And
Stephanie Hutnick's going to be there too, I heard today. Found out. Stephanie.
oh, at the bash? Yeah, her boyfriend goes. What's his name?
Yep.
Scott Porter.
No.
Eric.
Oh.
Oh, I
Eric
thought you were
Knapp.
talking about
Eric Knapp.
that's Stephanie.
No.
Yeah.
Eric Knapp.
All I heard was Stephanie. I was reading comments.
They want you to blow up
Don't
Zach
worry.
Bagans' new book.
That'd be funny.
Oh man.
Do it.
So that's in the
How much
news,
is
right?
it? $2?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that's something
It's
we can
$2.
talk about. We can make fun of Zach Bagans on the show.
Yeah.
Scotty says, yeah, don't mail me anything, Justin. I know how bad it is. The girls' pictures cost very little, but what?
What?
I'm trying to reread what he wrote. Don't mail me.
Pictures cost so little.
I know how. Yeah,
Okay, here it
don't
is.
mail me anything, Justin. I know how bad it is. ... To the girls. ... Pictures cost so little, but smiley face lips and a winky face.
He want is he saying he wants autographed photos of you girls? Is that what he wants? We'll put it in a bottle and like throw it into the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, that would be nice.
Blow it up.
Okay, guys, if you have not heard, a guy I know very well, Kenny Biddle, he's at the Bash every year. Him and a group called Military Veterans Paranormal had worked together to review Zach Bagans' new book called Ghost Hunting for Dummies. And they found plagiarism, which is the biggest part of this. And here is the article. I will link it in the chat for you guys. Here's the article. And I know Military Veterans Paranormal has already did a live stream on their Facebook page about this, talking about it. So, like, if you go to Facebook, type in Military Veterans right there. They live streamed. It might have been yesterday or the day before. Pretty sure it was this one. This one right here. So this is their page. They talked about it, and they worked with Kenny Biddle on finding the plagiarism. He said it was like a huge chunk of that book that was plagiarized, like straight up stolen from other books. And he noticed that the style of writing would change throughout the book, and that's what kind of gave him a red flag. And then he did searches on the actual texts and found it online that was already published by other books, and none of these texts were resourced or referenced in the book. So it's definitely plagiarism, and he's probably going to get busted. And he'll probably blame it on a ghostwriter that didn't actually write it.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, Zach Bagans.
It was pretty big, huh? I don't know how big the plagiarism part was, but was it a huge part?
It was
That
over
is cool.
50% of the book.
What?
Yeah, let's see if I can find
dark
exactly.
50%. Not like a quote, Bad.
Brent said there is no plagiarism. A second party who worked with Zach issued a statement on the book and accusations.
So they're saying Zach Bagans' party's saying that it's not plagiarism.
Right. They're issuing a corrected version with the proper acknowledgments.
So they forgot to acknowledge the text that they used.
Apparently so.
Oh, that's really
Like always
convenient.
fail-safe.
That's really
Right.
convenient, isn't it?
It's a fail safe.
So are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to buy that? I don't.
Derek said he'd buy it to let
guy
Bill
who got
blow it
paid
up.
off.
No. I mean, who believes
Oh, yeah.
that they just forgot to
Buys
reference?
the story, yeah.
Right.
The
I-
guy that they paid off on the settlement, probably.
Emma!
Hey, I'll give you this much money, and you say, whoops.
So can you
You
see? Who said that they had read an article about them saying that they just didn't reference? Can you send me that?
It's Brent's comment. Brent sent it. Brent
Okay,
put it in the chat, so
let me
I don't know.
Did he give a link or did he just say, I'm going to look it
He
up?
just said he just said there is no plagiarism. A second party who worked with Zach issued a statement on the book and accusations. They are issuing a corrected version
There
with
we
the
go.
proper acknowledgments.
There we go. Brent's got it for me.
I wonder how many proper acknowledgments there's going to be. Is it 1 or is it 50?
Okay. It was great working with you, Troy Taylor, on Ghost Hunting for Dummies reference guide. Thanks for clarifying all this. My name is Troy Taylor. I have authored more than 130 books on the paranormal over the course of past 30 years. Let's see if I can blow this up even more. I would like to thank Zach Bagans for allowing me the opportunity to assist him in conducting research for his book. A blogger recently claimed that Zach's book contains certain material of mine that he did not have permission to use. This is not true. I worked with Zach to publish this material, and as with countless other celebrity reference books, I agreed to serve an uncredited researcher. This is a very common practice that, in this case, involved assisting Zach in the time-consuming process of gathering, compiling, and assimilating prior published research materials, including some of my own research and writings, and help Zach incorporate them into his book. I take full blame for neglecting to appropriately attribute references to some of these sources, owing to the extreme tight deadline given to Zach. See, that's great that we did the show, because I didn't see this. I did not see this.
Yeah.
So we're going to see here. We got
Emily Men's House said she knows Troy.
I think I do too. That name sounds really, really familiar. So we're going to share this in United Paranormal Society. Just right now. So thanks. Okay, it was Brent Burris. Okay.
Call Kenny.
Well, I'm definitely going to share it with Kenny.
While you're doing that, I have a quick question for you. Darren wants to know if we're going to be at the Paragon both days at the West Virginia Penn or just Saturday.
It's only for one day. Right?
Okay. I guess that answers that question. I thought so, but since he asked that, because I guess the West Virginia Penn and when Robbie Thomas goes to the jail, it's on the same day. So I think he was trying to.
Prayers for Emily's kid too. I think he's sick.
Mhm.
Look at Scotty Fox.
I know. Scotty is telling everybody I'm mailing photographed pictures to everybody in a bikini. No.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how Photoshop that would be?
Heck yeah, we photoshopped that bitch.
Poor Scotty.
So thanks to Brent for bringing that to the show. That's great because, I found it strange that he would just blatantly do that. We'll have to see what
it doesn't sound like something he would do.
what
He's a
Kenny
pretty good
and
businessman
Veterans
usually,
Paranormal
you know?
says about that. Because if you go to I am Kenny Biddle, I don't remember seeing a post saying that he saw that. Let's see here. If you ever thought or were hanging on to one last thread that this guy was an honest investigator, okay, he has not found out about this, I guess. So I want to read the comments. Matt, we'll show you what I'm looking at here. It's kind of hard to see. Oops, wrong way. You probably hear my wife in the background.
Maybe she's having fun.
Whoa, that's a little big. Okay, where the hell did the post go? Down here somewheres. There we go. We'll go to newest. Not seeing.
Only got 574 chats.
I'm not seeing any updates on this. So, let's see if I can share that article to this post.
We have a question on
See
YouTube chat.
Sam.
All right.
MP wanted to ask a question. Does Justin think prisons are more haunted than homes?
No, I think the phenomena is different, but it could be the same. It can be the same. Based on my experience, prisons, if they're no longer an active prison, the phenomena is definitely different than if it was still active. And there's a lot of weird things with how PK energy works and PK phenomena works with prisons. Now, homes, the PK phenomena is constantly being activated and triggered by living agents within the home. And other entities can interact with people on a more regular basis in a home. So when you have prisons that are like toured a lot and investigated a lot, the activity that's intelligent there seems to wane the more and more their tours and investigators go, kind of like a zoo syndrome. So that would be my response to that.
Brent said the book is very sloppy. I will say that. And it touches on a lot of his other two books. Not a lot of new info unless you are a new investigator.
Okay, I'm going to post it right to the comments. See if this works. Yep, it works. All right, we'll see what kind of interaction we get out of that from sharing that to Kenny, because he's definitely going to want to know about that if he doesn't already know about it. Okay. If anybody has any video or audio that they have uploaded online, or they could email me, we could take a look at it. Anything at all, I would definitely like to see. We can review if you're open to that. Some people, I can see that some people might find it stressful for us to take a look at what you have, wanting to peer review. But if you have anything, let me know. We'll take a look at it. Bill or the girls, have you seen anybody upload anything? I know somebody wanted me to take a look at some SLS camera footage that after posting another one of Kenny Biddle's things, but I didn't see anything that looked great. Crickets.
I don't have enough experience with the SLS. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one or building one, but it's the software that you'd have to.
Well, Caesar Nocturnal Paranormal had sent me his, and I tested it for a good 6 months. We took it on a few investigations. I used it around my house, and I confirmed exactly the kind of false anomalies that I've seen others get when they kind of sit it in the room stationary with objects there, because any amount of contrast in the depth sensor could it can map things. Definitely if you moved the sensor at all, because it tries to find contrast and depth, and if you move the camera, it'll pick up like the depth contrast moved. So they think the software thinks that's a person. So that's why when you move it around and handhold the SLS camera, you'll get anomalies pop up all the time.
Sandy said Bill looks like a college
EMF
professor.
or something.
I'm sorry?
The comment was, Sandy said Bill looks like a college professor. And people are still sharing the stream. And,
With the glasses and everything?
Mm-hmm. His polo shirt.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in watching the video that Kenny Biddle did on the SLS, kind of showing how the false positives are created and how it kind of maps out, let me know. We'll take a look at that, because I get asked all the time what I think about the SLS, and I would be happy to show you guys that video, because I think it does a good job at demonstrating how the camera works. Type one in the chat.
Just visual, right? It's not picking up any electromagnetic field or anything like that. That would be cool. I don't know how you can manage that.
Brent said, I will have a lot of new stuff in a couple weeks. Investigating Goldfield, Nevada this weekend, the hotel and the courthouse.
I see you, Jen. That's cool. Yeah. Nice. If you want to share some on the show, we will definitely take a look at it. Okay. What was that video, Betty and Ron on YouTube? Oh, were they talking about a video, Jess?
Yeah, the lady that heard a voice in the wall and the police heard it too.
Okay.
I'm trying to help them out.
I might be able to Google it and find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could take a look at this video real quick for you guys. I just got to find it. Oh, I think it's on my regular profile.
I think I found the video that they're talking about.
Okay, you can send it over.
Okay.
Where is it? It's on my timeline somewheres. There it is. Okay. Just let me know how you're sending it.
I haven't seen any thermal captures in a while.
Buster just asked about that.
What about it?
He said any thermal captures.
On a FLIR?
Yeah.
We don't use FLIRs because they only read surface temperatures. Like, they would be good for like if you think something got touched by something paranormal, you could look to see if there's any temperature anomaly on the surface of those things, like doors, trigger objects, meters and stuff that you ask them to touch. Like chairs, if you think something's set down in a chair, you can stick the FLIR on the chair to see if there was any temperature variation that couldn't be explained. But it will not show you like a freestanding cold spot or hot spot. That's impossible. Now, if there was a vapor that had enough matter or physical properties to it, you would see it for a moment until it dissipated. So, but it would have to, you may be able to see it with your eyes depending on the type of gas it was or vapor it was. But we'll take a look at this.
I agree.
Left it go for a while. Psychop.org. So you can look for it there. Search for my name with Connect, and you can read all about it. It's a very long article.
Okay, this article he's talking about is the complete research he did of the SLS cam. So I will find that article and let you guys read through it for your information.
Very technical, but it has good information and a very solid source. And well, I started doing this because, well, one, it's snowing out today, and I have nothing planned, and I'm kind of stuck in the house, and I'm waiting for power to go out. But I saw my buddy Chris Gillett, I hope I say his last name right, but he was doing a video where he set up the Xbox Connect and with a static scene, and just let it go for a while. And I don't think anything came of it. I watched it for a little bit, and no stick figures popped up. And it's understandable. I mean, if you have a static scene and at first nothing happens, then yeah, I think that's the way it's going to go. But if you move it around a little bit, it might pick something up. And that's what I try to demonstrate today. Easily, you'll see when I start playing the clips. And there's only like 3 clips. I have more that I can add. I might add the vacuum cleaner. I don't know. I might. But basically, what I did, I set it up, and to view the room back here, you see that my laptop bag is there on the chair, and I set it up. And I'll bring you down here. So this has been going for about, oh shit, I don't know, like a half hour now, and the little guy hasn't moved. He's stuck on that chair with the bag. And as you'll see in some of the videos, what I did was I actually get into the scene, and at one point I pick the bag up and move it around. And I won't tell you what happens, I'll let you see it. But like I said, it's a very quick video. I'm not looking to do anything in depth here. I'm just showing you examples and saying, hey, you know what? This can happen. It will happen. It's a definite flaw that must be taken into account when people use equipment like this. You can't just throw a device out there and claim to be scientific and using a device when you don't know how it works, you're not sure of the flaws, you don't control for the environment, and most importantly, you don't do what the fucking manufacturer says. And basically that means you have to clear a space. Like this space should be a good 10 by 10 area where nothing is in there. No furniture, nothing. Because it's the play area. That's the play area. And there should only be players in there. Like player 1, player 2. That's it. But because I have something in there, it picked it up. And at first it didn't. When I turned it on, I already had the Connect here stationary. It was already set up, wasn't moving, the whole scene was... So when I started the video, nothing happened. And all I did was move this tray a little bit. And as soon as I moved it, and I think you'll see it in the video, as soon as I moved it, the stick figure popped up. Boom. So I'll shut up and let you look at the videos. I'll leave the sound on there. I was going to cut the sound out, honestly, because I had the TV going in the background. I was watching Black Mirror, which is up there. But I'll leave it on. Just ignore it. And that kind of helps you guys see that I'm not playing any tricks. I did cut the scene. The first scene I cut into 2 and actually took a chunk out where... Common. I mean, when you think about the ghost hunting TV shows or YouTube videos that you see, where ghost hunters go out and use this thing. They're getting stick figures because they're walking around. It's usually on a portable handle with a tablet attached to it, battery pack, and they're looking for this. Or even if it's stationary and they're moving about the scene.
That's nasty.
Either walking into the scene or other things are getting into the scene. People using cameras with infrared lights can also affect it. We'll see that a little bit later. But any interaction or movements like this, where there's objects in the scene, in the playing area, which this is the playing area. Good.
Okay, guys. Just so you know, the depth sensor, you're going to see a pinkish hue, then red, and sometimes you'll see blue. It'll use different colors to identify contrast and depth in the contrast. And that's when it likes to map. It tries to find something within the midground, separate from the foreground and the background, to map things. And if it doesn't have arms, if it can't find arms to lock on, it will make it so. On the left here, you will see where it thinks the software thinks it's an arm. And the software thinks that these are legs, but there's no arm over here. So you'll notice this arm will jiggle around, and the head that can't be found, the software just fills in the blanks, and that explains the moving around randomly and sporadically.
A 10 by 10 area should be clear of any furniture, but if there's stuff in there, the Kinect can easily mistake it for a person, depending on the shape and size of it. And in this case, my laptop bag on top of a chair resembles, I guess, a body. And it's comparing it to the millions, literally millions of images in its database. And it says, hey, you know what? I think there's a figure here. I'm going to assign a skeleton to it. Now, what I'm going to do now, you're going to see me walking into the scene, and I'm going to start screwing with it. I'm going to see if I can interact just like you see in ghost videos. And there you go. And what's this do?
So the clips that you see, like the famous one on Paranormal Lockdown, where Nick Groff kind of reaches out to the stick figure that is mapping the table up in the upstairs of that one place, I forget where it was. The stick figure reaches out and grabs him, and this is explaining how that's possible.
What this is doing, is the Kinect is seeing my arm when it reaches out at the same distance, and it appears to the Kinect as being an extension of the original body that it picked up. So that's why it jumped. The skeleton jumped to my arm. And then, of course, as you saw, I had my own skeleton when I moved away. And now I'm playing with it, interacting. Yes, I can make it juggle around and fight with me and go back and forth until, boom, it jumps up onto me. And both disappear. And there you go, my skeleton reappears. And what happens there is that it just saw me. It saw both of us, wasn't sure what was going on. We were the same distance away. We were I was touching the bag at times, and it looked like one person. So I thoroughly confused the Kinect. And it went from 2, it morphed into 1, and then it just said, basically, fuck it, I'm getting rid of both of them. And that's what happened. Alright, I jumped about 40 seconds ahead because there was nothing going on. And at this point, I turn it again. As you see, the Kinect turns, and the stick figure pops up. And now I'm showing that I can go back and forth with the Kinect, moving it back and forth. And the stick figure remains glued to the chair. I mean, you can see that the legs are glued to the legs of the chair. And now I'm actually rotating the Kinect, not just turning it on its base. I'm going around in an arc in front of it to show that it's not anywhere else except on the bag. Now I'm going to go mess with it again, interact. Again, I'm at the same distance away from the camera, so that's why it's picking my arm. And as you saw, like, I'm moving the chair back and forth, and it's staying on there. It's trying to grab onto me. It's not really an entity. It's not a ghost trying to grab onto me. It's simply the stick figure that's assigned to it, and the Kinect is mistaking where it is. Now I'm behind it, and you can see that, yeah, it's still on me, but it's also on the chair. I'm going to duck down behind it, and I'm going to slowly back away. There I go. And now the stick figure that was on me is on the chair. It stays on the chair, and I get another stick figure, which is all mutated, and it's a midget. A little person. I don't want to get people pissed off. But it only, right there for a couple seconds, it was only on my chest area, and it had arms, legs, body, everything. Now what I'm doing is putting in a large bottle. That's a vintage wine bottle. It's actually pretty cool.
Okay, I have to pause it here. You see this like conglomeration of, this is the software just not knowing what the hell to do. And I've seen people say that this was like some inhuman entity that they were mapping when they see this, and I just laugh. I mean, guys, I'm sorry. I tried to tell people about the stuff that I'm pretty sure about when it comes to things like this, and they will straight up argue with me, and they'll look at me like I'm just some evil asshole, and I'm just trying to help them. But you know, I want this show to be informative. I want people to know exactly why things do it, and I will link the article after I'm done of what Kenny has researched.
But I'm putting it in front of the stick figure on the chair, and you see it's going crazy
from molestation.
And I believe I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's because the infrared speckle pattern that's coming out of Kinect
is familiar with Windows or computer programming or anything. You can go to Microsoft's website and you can download the Kinect SDK pack straight from their website, as long as you've got a Kinect system, and you can put it on your computer and actually program it to map yourself as a stick figure or a 3D image. So, you know, all the software that's put out there is designed for people to be able to manipulate, do with it what they want. You know, you kind of program it and code it how you want, but you have to have something to use to create that map. So, you know, that tells you right there the program itself is flawed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not flawed. It's designed to do what it's designed to do, and people are using it for what it's not designed to do, and that's the main problem.
And to be honest with you, the whole concept came from the movie Paranormal Activity. People saw in the movie where they're sitting on the couch, and the little boy pops up on the couch in the infrared dots coming off the Kinect camera, and that's what brought the whole SLS cam thing to light.
Right. I want to try to find his article. I might just end up having to Google it because I thought I linked it somewhere, and I cannot find it right yet. But I want people to go through and read the article because he talks about the technical aspects of it. I'm just going to have to Google it. I did get that video, Jess. Kenny Biddle, SLS. I'm skeptical. Let's see, I think it's.
That was the funniest shit I saw all week.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's find this article. At the SLS.
Well, see what's sad about the whole situation is the fact that people will pay astronomical amount of dollars to buy a piece of equipment like that because it's used on TV. And you know, I'm not going to knock anybody, but like Bill Chappell, he builds a lot of stuff. It's used on TV, and people will pay the high price for his stuff because it's used on TV. He charges, I think, when those first come out, and he was releasing them, he was charging like $2,400 for the initial releases of an SLS system. Now you can buy them made by just everyday investigators are making them and selling them for $399. But it's still not worth the money you're spending.
Still too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can get a Kinect like a piece on eBay for like $40.
Yeah.
Or less, right?
They're right.
And we need to blow one of those up.
Right. Well, they're using cheap tablets that you can get online. Amazon, you can get a cheap model tablet from China for like, you know, $40. Put $100 in it, sell it for $300. You're making a $200 profit.
All right. The article that I linked is the one he did that fully gives all the technical information. He contacted the company that designed the software. What you're seeing now is a sweeper that's being mapped. And if I pause it here, you see how the sweeper has the contrast mapped red and it's separate from the background in the foreground? Sometimes it'll see how his arm is blue. The blue is the foreground. The red is the midground and the pink is the background. So what the software is designed to do is to determine what's the foreground, midground, and background in the software. So especially when you're moving it, it will pick up the camera movement as movement of the subject. It does not know the difference. So the worst thing you could possibly do is hand hold this thing and walk around a haunted location. So see, it's got a little figure there. And it looks like a little gremlin, a little imp, a little paranormal guy just hanging out. You'll see these things pop up on people's backs and heads because it's reading stuff in the midground and foreground and the background incorrectly. I mean, it's mapping stuff on either side of his TV. You see these two objects? He's just watching TV. Now, a lot of people would see this stuff come up and they think they're seeing ghosts. And he's just watching TV in his living room. So there you go, guys. We have another video. It's only 1 minute and 27 seconds long, so we'll bring it up.
Let me know, Betty and Ron, if this is the video that you all watched.
Is this the video you guys watched right here? Should we not play it? It says, lady so horrified by a disembodied voice, she calls the police, Houston, Texas.
Yeah, that should be it. You think maybe that guy just has a bunch of ghosts in his house?
No.
The guy who tested it?
I'll tell you what.
No.
Kenny Biddle would be the last person that Ghost would want to hang out with. Promise you that.
I looked around. I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I went back to my Ring video to make sure I wasn't just creatively hearing something.
I can hear somebody saying something, but I can't.
Well, I posted it on there.
It sounds like somebody moaning. It almost sounds like there's a dog too, right? Whining? I know everybody on the call. Yeah, I hear the dog whining, like Eric said, but there's definitely, like, it sounds like there's a man. I don't want to speculate what he's doing to the dog. But yeah, we found the video there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that? I think it's kind of hard. I mean, here, we'll go back to the scene here. We'll blow it back up and take a look. If you look here, their sound can kind of bounce around in there funny maybe, and maybe something's going on out there and it's coming through here to make it sound like it's right there near her, but maybe it was a neighbor.
Well, Brent said I give no credit to the doorbell cameras. Remember, on the news, people have been hacking into them.
I wonder if that's happening to your mom's Ring camera, Jess.
I think they mostly, when they hack into them, it comes out a lot clearer. Because when I talk through her camera, you can hear me plain as day.
What if someone hacked into the camera and they just sent audio of them like raping a dog in the ass? Excuse that whole idea.
That would be messed up. And I mean, it's like,
I see someone doing that though.
Yeah,
I mean, look at that woman's expression.
that one of them got hacked and there was a dog on the couch, and my mom doesn't have any inside, thank goodness, but she has them all outside, and they were like, "You want a treat? You want a treat?" The dog got up like, "Oh, where's a treat?" I mean,
Yeah.
it just seems like they've been doing some, crazy, silly things. Is what I've seen on the news.
So it's a possibility that the camera got hacked. The audio, that is, that people just need to find more quality things to do with their time instead of hacking people's Ring audio and freaking them the hell out. It could be a bird, Laura. I did think a bird too, because it was almost like a whistling sound. It was kind of hard to determine if it was a dog whining or a bird. I think both are possible. I definitely. Anything else, guys?
Not sure what he'd be doing with the bird.
What I found interesting was the man's voice. The whining sounds or whistling sounds, I didn't think was that extraordinary. Sam's like, damn. That's right, Eric.
Jammy.
The guy could be tired of hearing it whine. It's telling it to shut the hell up or trying to make it feel better. Whitney, Wisconsin.
You get to read Brent's comment. I'm not.
Oh, which one? Yeah, it was the man moaning. He put peanut butter on his junk and let the dog loose. Why wouldn't you read that? I felt very, very proud to read that.
Of course you did.
I'll read it again. Laura says, we did have a case that they got a recording from their Ring doorbell that was screaming. She went out looking for the person and no one was there. These things seem, I don't know if I trust these Ring doorbells now that I know they can be hacked.
I did that to Derek from down the road a couple of weeks ago. He had went home. I was at Mom's and he had walked to the house here, and I watched him walk in the door, and I was going, honey, I need you. He walks out the door and he's going, the hell was that?
That's funny. Well, I know when, the doorbells came really popular, there was only like one security thing on it. I know now, since I'm on my mom's, that there's two security things with everything being hacked. They put an extra security on it.
Oh, they updated the software.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they better be doing something about that. That'd be. I might get bored on a weekend and do somebody like that. I'd be like, let's go screw with Marlene. Give her a heart attack. Yeah. I wouldn't do that, Marlene.
Everybody that comes up on the porch knows that I get the notifications and I usually watch. And they always walking up, waving at me or talking, sticking their tongue out. Then I screenshot and send it to them.
Is it motion? Censored, those things? Or are they just on all the time? Motion?
Yes, they're
a pretty
motion.
Good paranormal thing then.
Yeah.
You can talk through it. That's how people are hacking it. You can, when the camera comes on, using the mobile app, you can talk through it. Like you can tell the delivery man, hey, I'm home, don't go anywhere. Or, hey, leave that by the door, it's fine. Or you can freak someone the hell out.
But my mother just had an incident with the, how long ago was that, Justin? I don't remember. She has a glass door. Yeah, she has a glass door to her front door. And she saw a silhouette out there of a man. And she calls me and says, check the doorbell. And so I did, and there was no notifications. But she says, Jesse, I promise you, there was a man standing out there. I saw it in my window. So it didn't pick up anything. My mom's been having some really crazy stuff happening at her house, but yeah.
All right, here, Buster, we're looking at it now. 3,000 Ring doorbell and camera accounts may be vulnerable to hackers. Ring users should change their passwords and enable two-factor authentication. Ring is urging more than 3,000 users to change their passwords and use two-factor authentication after reports surfaced that the Ring login information may have been exposed online. Yay! Having these usernames and passwords
That's only 3,000.
That's just what they reported. That number could be bigger. So there you go, folks. If you're hearing strange moaning sounds of dogs whining, it could be your neighbor messing with you.
Well, actually, now, Justin, I'll be able to send them to you because they updated their app too. Like the time that Josh and I saw just legs walking in the grass. That's all.
Nice. All right. So yeah, does anybody else? Oh, what? There's another link Buster's got for us. Let's see what this is.
Cameras, hackers finding their way in and terrifying families. Security cameras, hackers finding their way in and terrifying families. Will Reeve is here with more on what you need to know to keep your house secure. Good morning, Will.
Yeah, good morning, Cecilia. It keeps happening. More and more customers coming forward about alleged hackers breaking into their Ring devices and wreaking havoc, scaring children, using hateful language, even demanding money.
Even raping dogs. Sorry.
This morning, there are growing concerns from customers around the country that hackers are increasingly breaking into their Ring home security cameras, using the popular devices to spy on,
I can see you in the bed. Come on, wake the up.
Taunt,
And it goes like dun 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 dun.
And even extort residents. Listen to this.
Pay this 50 Bitcoin ransom or else you will get terminated yourself right now.
That's the voice of an alleged hacker who gained access to Tanya Amador's camera in Texas.
It was coming from the camera. It really catches you off guard.
Other disturbing videos have surfaced this week. In Florida, an alleged hacker directing racist comments at this Ring owner.
So did your child come out black or like kind of like a light skin? I don't know.
Oh, no.
What?
Watch as this 8-year-old girl in Mississippi.
Did your child come out black or like kind of like a light skin? I don't know. What?
Oh my God, dude, this is not. Here, let me share this to you, Bill. Some of this shit is hilarious, but not. I mean, damn. Hold on. Damn, that dude just straight up said some wrong ass shit to that guy. I bet he wouldn't say that to his face. Wow. Okay, Bill. Let me find you in here. You should listen to this crap, dude. It's hilarious.
Well, does it say it on the bottom of the screen?
Watch as this 8-year-old girl in Mississippi searches her room for an invisible intruder.
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus.
Experts say this is part of a larger security crisis.
I shouldn't be laughing at this. That poor girl.
Experts say this is part of a larger security crisis affecting the ever-growing market for smart home devices connected to the internet, like doorbells and hidden cameras.
It's not a breach of Ring accounts. It's that they're finding breached passwords and usernames from other incidents totally unrelated, and then checking to see if users of Ring accounts have reused passwords on multiple services.
Meanwhile, Ring responding with a statement saying, quote, "We have no evidence of an unauthorized intrusion or compromise of Ring's systems or network. Unfortunately, when the same username and password is reused on multiple services, it's possible for bad actors to gain access to many accounts."
Companies are really concerned about too much friction, just too much effort to set up the device. They're worried that if it's too hard, someone just won't do it.
Experts say to combat this problem, customers should practice good password hygiene and enable two-factor authentication to keep bad actors away, but also say this is just the beginning of a larger issue with the Internet of Things. Everything being connected makes everyone vulnerable, guys.
Oh, okay, so disturbing, Will. Thank you. Our tech correspondent Becky Worley joins us now from San Francisco. A lot of questions on this one, Becky. So disturbing what we just saw. So how are people getting hacked? Do we have a sense?
As Will said, and the company told him, they told me, they have not been breached. They think these are isolated incidences where a hacker gained access to an individual Ring owner's username and password. Let's say you use the same username, password for every logon. You bought something from a site that ends up getting hacked. Your logon's now out there. Criminals can see if it works on another site. Bingo, they've got access to every single one of your accounts.
So what can we do to protect ourselves?
Well, let's just go through the basics. You start by your Wi-Fi. It needs to be password protected.
It's funny how serious this guy's is being about this.
Internet of Things apps so that they have the latest security. That's all done on your phone in the settings. You also have to make sure your account has a strong password, caps, lowercase, no.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry for laughing at that. I couldn't help it. The black family with the white guy saying that shit and the little kid crying. I should die and go to hell for laughing at that. Because if someone was messing with my kid, I would be so pissed. Braylon would probably laugh at that. Yeah, that's crazy. That is super crazy. These people need to be like punished for that crap. Messing with people's kids and crap. That ain't cool. Did you hear what some of the shit they were saying, Bill?
Yeah.
It's hard not to laugh at.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it wasn't anything terrible.
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
I'm sure some people said some really, really bad things. It makes you think twice about putting that crap inside your house.
10 years old, we did far worse like somebody's.
Bill, you're breaking up really bad, Bill. Are you still there? Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
We're losing Bill. Buster says it's not only passwords, hackers can go through the back door and control the camera. Yeah. If you know what you're doing and if you compromise the whole system, you can do whatever you want. My hygiene is acceptable. Hello. Yeah, you can block your number. Maybe there's a YouTube video of a good stuff that they can't show on the news. I know what Eric's going to be doing. Eric's an old buddy of mine. We met when we shared a duplex together. He's a really cool guy. I miss hanging out with him. Oh, that reminds me, Eric. I remember the metal band that we were going to do that I was wanting to call Interface Death? That happened to end up being the name to the paranormal group that I now have for the last 7 years. I think that's a strange story. Eric Wilburn is the guy I was going to do the band with. So now you know, guys. Now you know.
Yeah. Am I back?
I think that you should play your video
What video?
of that song.
Oh, the stuff I didn't record that with Eric. I recorded that with another friend, Matt Payne.
Oh, well, you can still do it.
Nah. We're doing just fine without hearing it. Bill
I have
sounded
a
drunk.
cassette tape somewhere of Derek singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" when he was 12.
Oh man,
there you go.
It was Eric. That was maybe 8 years ago, at least, somewhere in that neighborhood. But yeah, I'll go on a radio show and they'll be like, "How the hell did you come up with Interface Death?" And I'll tell them, "It's like, well, me and a buddy was going to make that into a band name or a potential band name, but it kind of fit with the paranormal investigative group concept." Because after my dad died in 2011, that's all I was thinking about, was how to connect with the other side.
Everybody's saying, "Come on, Justin, play it, Justin."
Well, money talks. I'll put up the donation link again. Oh, nope. I copy and pasted Buster's link here. Delete.
Do a collaboration between us.
Tim said Justin rocks.
Justin rocks. Not anymore. Not anymore. Brent says 12 years in the field and we have to research technology to debunk false positives on evidence. Almost a second job doing that. Dude, paranormal research is like, you have to have a doctorate to even be considered reputable, because there's so many people out there that wants to bash you and wants to test your knowledge and if you are qualified to do all the things you're supposed to be qualified. And we lost the audio. No audio? Type 1 if you can't hear anything. Let me see if I can listen to it on my phone. I shouldn't have lost audio.
It's kind of jerky.
Knowledge, and if you are qualified to do all the things you're supposed to be qualified. Okay, I hear it on someone's phone. We lost
My
audio.
phone.
Okay, so it must be just your end, Buster. Type 1 if you can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay, yeah. Refresh.
Is mine working all right?
A little. It's a little bit laggy.
You sound drunk, Bill.
Yeah, you do.
Toby says start playing the song and we may donate to have you shut it off.
That's a good idea.
Oh.
How bad do you guys want to hear this crap?
We're going to bring it up every show until you do.
I thought about trying to use it as a vehicle to get donations, but that's a little lame. Eric says, I knew someone that freaked out over
a collaboration between us.
Some orbs in a band photo we took at night. She wouldn't let us use the photo because of an example of false positive. Yeah. A lot of people still believe in that, Eric. They'll take photos of dust flying around in the air that's being illuminated by the flash, and they think they're ghosts. It's still annoying.
Nocturnal says, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, let's see. Let's.
We won't be able to hear it.
No, not you guys, but the stream will.
Damn it.
Bill has heard. I sent all the links to Bill.
Yeah, I've listened to it. It's good. We need to do a collaboration between us, you know? I heard Jess's daughter singing.
Bill will be like, hey, together, bro, you want to eat some brownies?
Fiberglass?
I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can find the songs on my computer with the full version of this one song that I liked that me and Matt did. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe you guys can talk for a second until I find it.
Sam says orbs need dusting too. It was funny.
That's right. Next week I will be hooked up to hardwired and not on Wi-Fi too.
Yeah.
I'm currently moving to the other side.
Yeah, I changed my setup and I don't have my cable hooked up to my laptop. I was waiting for Justin to yell at me, but I have to get a longer one.
Yeah, I'm in the process of moving.
Where are you moving?
Okay, what they're requesting us to do, or the girls and Bill, once you guys listen to, I did a metal / rock / rap infusion with this guy that did independent production for rappers. He did all the beats and the sound effects, and they would come in and rap to his tracks, and he would record it. Good friend of mine from Hillsboro, Ohio, and he wanted to see what we could come up with. So I just have still images, like old family photos that are the YouTube video, but the audio comes with it. So let's turn this up, and you guys are going to hear it right now. You guys ready? Here we go.
About in time and just fucking die. Force, emotional trauma, Hearing the words I love you don't even come out. I have become numb in my brain. The same old ass fucking shit makes me insane. Playing like a broken record. Right now is the time to run it all backward. I got the script and all the rhymes. I can tell you the story a bunch of times. A broken home is a broken heart. A broken heart is a broken heart. Let me tell you where my soul was from. Let me bring it all back to the start. Every time I close my eyes, I swear. Mouth opens and you can't stop the lies. Every time you tell me you love me. About the time it just fucking starts. In the end, there's just one thing. It's not over till the fat lady sings. The words will explain in due time about what life will take the drop of a dime. Everything that you love will die, and everything that comforts you is a lie. The words of God fails us again, as He promised to release us from our sin. A broken home is a broken heart.
Should I be heavy?
A broken heart is a broken heart. Let me tell you where
There's your vocal.
Let me bring it all back to the start. Every time I close my eyes, I swear. Mouth opens and you can't stop the lies. Every time you tell me you love me. About the time it just fucking starts. I still feel the demon inside. I still for all the hate that has never died. Is it all hopeless in the end? Or will there be borders with no time to spend? Some don't believe in the afterlife. Some don't look up when the world gives them strife. Some will look to the ground and say, what else can I fuck up in my life today? A broken home is a broken heart. A broken heart is a broken heart. Let me tell you where my soul was from. Let me bring it all back to the start. Every time I close my eyes, I swear. Mouth opens and you can't stop the lies. Every time you tell me you love me. About the time it just fucking starts.
Beach is watching.
About the time it just fucking starts.
Now I don't have to worry about copyright strike if it's my own music, right? Okay,
Sure.
so that's one song. I think I have 4 or 3 more uploaded to YouTube. We'll play one per show. We don't want to waste it all right now. So you got a taste of it. That was one of the more heavier ones. We did a different style each song. I'm gonna have to find the DVD with some of the most updated songs. I don't think I have on YouTube because I think we did. There's 6 or 7.
Next time, if you can put a little bit more like twang in it.
So you want me to go find a
Twang.
cowboy to ass rape me before I? Because that's probably what it's going to take.
It's really, I mean, and I don't listen to that music, but it was good. I liked it.
It was fun doing it. I definitely wouldn't want to try
I
to
thought
pursue
it was
a career.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it's decent. It took many takes to get a good version of it. So I hope you've been entertained.
Scotty says I could bang my head to
Sure.
this. Roll another blunt, bro.
I could see Scotty in like Australia just smoking the biggest joint with his pet kangaroo.
Sam said Bill's turn now.
Jen says I can't believe that's Justin's voice. That's kick ass.
Yep, that's my voice. I promise. If Eric Wilburn's watching, he can attest to that. Tim Harperi, he's heard me perform live. We used to have the coolest building. It was just 2 huge rooms with a bathroom. The back half of it was a recording studio, and the front half of it was a party room with a stage in it. And we used to just buy like 2-3 kegs of beer, charge $5 at the door, and my band would play, and if we'd get a few other bands to play, we'd try to get some comedians to come down, but it was always some drunk guy on the mic. It wasn't funny. But yeah, before I got into the paranormal, I used to do music. What were you saying?
A lot of guys, a lot of musicians are into paranormal.
I think a lot of different kinds of people all do it, but you are right. It seems like there's a lot of musicians. I think it goes hand in hand. If you are an artist or some type of content creator, you're going to like paranormal things because I think they go hand in hand, especially like rock and metal or punk. I think it goes hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
Eric said, I remember
Punk's
Shadow
not dead.
Forge. I have a CD somewhere.
Yep. Shadow Forge Studios is the name of our production company now. It used to be a band. Shadow Forge used to be a band. It was my very first band I had with some buddies in high school. But now it's a it's a production company, a film production company.
Nice. My new band's called Sour Rhino.
You sure you're not smoking some Sour Rhino?
Did you get that
Sam
reference?
Thomas's comment.
Dude, you're talking
Yes.
you're talking to one of the biggest potheads that ever was back in the day. Yes, I know what Sour Rhino is.
I bet Sam knows too. Okay, because they had to explain it to me. I'm like, well, it's kind of weird, but then I asked him if he had some. But I found out.
Yeah, I'm as sober can get anymore. Been for years. You know, I'm a dad. I'm a family guy now. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I coach my daughter's, softball teams, and the last thing I need is to be all
Can't
fried.
be ready for a crisis. You never know when a crisis is going to come up.
That's right.
Can't be stoned.
All right, should we get back on the paranormal topics? We got 15 minutes of the show left. What can we find? Let's scroll Facebook and troll people.
We're definitely going to do a jam at the Battlefield Bash, right? We're definitely going to jam. Dude, I think Jeremy plays guitar. He's going to be there.
My wrists would seize up if I tried to play guitar.
Well, you can sing.
They have karaoke there, Bill. I think they actually have a band too.
We can bring the real deal. Jeremy plays. I play. Justin can sing. Your daughter can sing, right?
No, my daughter's horrible. Oh no, Emma can sing.
Jess's. Yeah, there you go. Derek
can sing. What was that song he sang? You're on my sunshine.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah.
Itsy Bitsy Spider or something.
Now it's Derek's turn. Now we got to hear Derek singing something.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys made me play that shit. Now it's going to be on this damn live stream forever. I'm going to edit it after this is processed and VODed.
You're going to have to pay yourself royalties now.
I'll just switch it from my bank account to my PayPal.
Got to pay the other company.
That's right. Like, I'll talk to Christy, my wife. I'm like, since I played my music on the air, I should pay myself royalties. So I'm just going to transfer some money out of our joint account into my PayPal account and call it even.
I think she would throw something at you.
Maybe. She might. Oh, here's something that we can talk about. The West Virginia Penitentiary Paracon in Moundsville, West Virginia. They have Heather Taddy and Andrea Perrin going to be there, and we will be there. Mike Rick Sicker's going to be there. Living Dead Paranormal. Ansley, Spirit Chick, Kristen Lee. The boys from Paranormal Quest. Real Prison Stories. And there's going to be a panel discussion. And this is June 27th. June 27th. Oops, I went the wrong way. I want to go this way. Make it big. So, if you're in the area of Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky even, you should check us out on June 27th at the West Virginia Penitentiary Paracon. That's right.
Eric asked a question. He said, what are some good haunted places in our area? I'm not a believer, but I am curious. I'm interested in exploring.
It depends on your budget, buddy. A lot of the places cost. The best thing to do is not to go in a public event because there'll be a lot of people making noise. But you could start off doing that. In Ohio, we're going to be investigating Ohio State Reformatory in August, and that would be a place to go check out. Waverly Hills Sanatorium is always a good place to go check out, but that's in Louisville, Kentucky. There's some places closer to Hillsborough. I'll get back to
Fallsville.
you. Yeah, Fallsville and Hillsborough. You know the wildlife reserve out by the falls. That's haunted.
Moonville.
Moonville Tunnel. When the weather gets warmer, dude, I will hook you up. Okay, just don't let me forget because I stay constantly busy. I will take you somewhere or get you in somewhere so you can check it out. Do not let me forget.
Yeah, it's 60 degrees here. It's cold.
It's not 60 degrees where we're at. It's fucking... Okay, Google. What's the temperature in Hillsborough, Ohio? 34 degrees. Ew.
Yeah.
34 degrees. See what else. I know
I'm originally from Jersey, so I'm used to it.
Pam and Steve have not put up anything for the bash yet, have they?
Yeah, they have.
Okay, we'll look that up.
Yeah, they have a list of who's going to be there.
We'll look that up right now.
Yeah, get your rooms now. They're going to sell out.
Yeah. Okay. I want to look at their events. Did I go to the right thing? This is July 24th. I guess this is it. Actually, I want to... Let's go to discussion, see if they've listed this shit in the discussion. No, let's go to the page. See, no, I don't want the event. I want the page. No. Someone help me find this crap. Go back to the event.
You might have to go to her personal page or Steve's. I think that's where I seen it. I don't know. I think that's where I seen it. It might be easier that way.
Because this is the event.
I'm looking.
Gettysburg Ghost Exchange, the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, July 24th to 26th. Yes. Okay, so here's Eric Knapp and Stephanie Hutnick is going to be there.
Yeah.
Scott Porter.
I'm supposed to be working on some music for her.
Okay. The New Jersey Paranormal is going to be there. Chris Thurine and John Ruggiero. Stephanie Burke. DeVille Inc. My goal is to get a tap from this dude this year. This Batman guy, he is freaking awesome. He travels around and does talks and helps raise money for children with like cancer and stuff. It's called Wounded. Well, it's not Wounded Warriors. What is it called? Help me remember.
Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, that's it.
Carl Johnson, James and Anito, Dave Spinks, Eric Vitale from the Ghost Loop, Sean Austin. They'll be there again. Anthony and D. Holmes. I don't think they have Deadlight up on here. I haven't seen Deadlight and Interface Death up on here. We're not important.
Josh Bender is watching.
Oh, yeah. I'll be selling doll heads. Signature signed on a doll heads. We're going to put explosives in some of them. You just don't know which ones.
So I'll just
get arrested for that.
I'll put the link for you guys and let you guys check it out if you want to see it. That's July 24th, 25th, and 26th in Gettysburg at the Wyndham Hotel. And if you want to be in Gettysburg on that weekend, you will see Interface Death and Deadlight and all of the other folks on this event page. Gettysburg is cool, man. I don't think you can get enough of it.
I will
Josh
be there.
said they will put us up when we reserve our table.
Ah, that's why
We
we're not
haven't
up.
done that yet.
Okay, so we need to do that next week. By next week, we need to do it. We need to do it.
That's going to be good. You want to get there Thursday, I think, right? Thursday is like party night.
Yeah, we get there the day before, so we're not rushing around trying to set up our stuff real fast. We go in and check into our cabins at the KOA. We don't stay at the hotel. We stay at the KOA because it's cheaper and away from everybody. It's more peaceful. And the KOA is haunted.
And it's haunted.
Yeah.
Nocturnal, it's the, when was the bash again? He just asked.
July 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Eric asked, how paranormally active is Gettysburg?
You can most definitely feel the difference.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest ones, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, as far as a recipe for something, yeah, it's the location of one of the most grisly. I can't talk. People died, dude. Like 60,000 people died. Okay, at Gettysburg during the Civil War. So, if hauntings are real, that would be a good place to check out. And there's so many TV shows and investigators and teams that have gone to different locations within Gettysburg. You know, aside from the battlefields that seem to be very active, like there was a lot of wounded warriors triaged in a lot of the buildings there in Gettysburg. I can't honestly say.
Yeah, you can't go walking in the field and start investigating now.
No, not anymore. There's a haunted trail that you can go check out.
Scotty says, gee, only $1,342 for me to fly to Pennsylvania. Come on up, Scotty.
What?
He lives in Australia.
Yeah, you can go to Mary Wade's, Eric.
Yeah.
They do tours, and you can do a private investigation there.
For a minute, I thought they was taking Air Force One.
No, from Australia.
That price.
Yeah, you could definitely go to Mary Wade's. There is Steve and Pam's place is the Lookout House. That's a cool building. There's always the bridge. The hell is it called? Sachs Bridge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Several places. I honestly don't think it's. And you can't say it's more haunted than any other place. When places get turned into tourist locations, I think that affects it. Honestly.
Yeah, just not sure which way it goes. It kind of depends, or differs.
Yep.
Whether it becomes more haunted or I don't know, or desolate. What do you think?
I don't pretend to know for sure. I can just tell you what I've experienced personally before I even got into this, and what I've experienced on all the investigations we've done over the last 7 years. I mean, you get voices on recorders that shouldn't be there. You feel really strange at certain times. The psychics that we work with tell you things that they shouldn't know that are true. Definitely haven't seen anything at a location physically yet that we've
People
investigated.
sit on your air mattress while you're trying to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Because it was my mom.
Something invisible did sit on my air mattress while I was at the KOA in Gettysburg. That definitely did happen, for real.
I remember that.
So yeah.
But it was Jess's mom, so we knew who that was.
Some of these people may not know that story.
You told it last week on the show.
Well, maybe they didn't watch last show.
That was my favorite moment with you, Justin.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we can replicate that this summer.
That was hilarious.
Well, see, we're in a totally different cabin than you, so you won't. That same thing won't happen again.
Maybe it'll happen to Casey this time. It'll be a totally different reaction.
Is there an orphanage in Gettysburg, Laura?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's somewhere. It's somewhere in Gettysburg.
You're gonna have to point that out to us this year when we go, Laura. That sounds interesting.
Soldiers' kids.
Oh, did Laura share an experience? Oh, it must have been Jenny Wade. I wasn't reading the comments. Were you guys reading the comments?
Laura said, I have heard crazy stories about the orphanage. Kendra worked the tours for a long time. Kendra, Hot Reiki Mama. I don't remember what her last name is right now.
Hot Reiki Mama.
Yeah, that's her page name for
Okay.
her. She said it's in downtown.
Okay.
Lori did that one the first year that she was at the bash.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't even checked out yet. Would like to make a donation. Whoa. Yeah, donate at this link. There we go. There's the link one more last time. Well, we're wrapping up, guys. Thank you for all the people who have been watching the whole time. I promise this show will get better and better as I do it. So, I do so many live broadcasts throughout the week, especially the weeks that we have Necromancer. And if I have a busy day on Friday, I'm not as prepared as I'd like to be. Hopefully the show will get better. I'll have a little bit more structure and consistency to it. But I just like hanging out with you guys and just chatting. You guys got to hear me do a rap/metal and collaboration with an old friend of mine. So that's a bonus for today. But Bill, you got anything before we check out? Got anything going on?
No, that's next week. I'm moving, so next week I'll be straight wired in and won't be relying on Wi-Fi.
Are you getting a place?
So, no, I'm just moving to the next room over, closer to the router.
Okay. That's funny. Girls, you got anything before we sign off?
No, I don't think Jess is there because that looks like Josh to me.
That's definitely a bearded vajayjay that we're looking at.
What was that?
That's what we're looking at right now, boys and girls.
I'll definitely fix that box too, and I have one thing I can blow up, but I'm gonna need people to send more. So we really got to have stuff to blow up.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to see Bill blow up some more stuff, just keep bugging him, and he's got to fix his box, and we'll blow up more stuff. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you very much for joining me. And hanging out with us this week. Next week on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we got another episode of My Paranormal Soapbox. I forget what I'll be talking about, but I'll throw out the event so you guys later, dude. Check you out. Talk to me and we'll get together, Eric, about something going somewhere. But no Necromancer next week, and then we'll have another show like this on Friday next week. If you have any videos, recordings of things you can't explain, any paranormal news cross your way, send it to this page inbox, and we'll take a look at it. You can email me at justinbrown@interfacedeath.net, anything like that. The patrons, okay? Patreon. The link's in the video description if you want to be a Patreon. That's another way to financially support us other than PayPal. But please extend your thanks to these folks. These folks right here are longtime patrons. They help support this show. They get rewards for it. Clay Borman, Scotty Fox, Casey Schreiner, Jessica Bias, Paranormal Reporter, a.k.a. Bill Davis, Heather Elliott, Betty Kegley, Kelly McConkey, RJ Murphy, Deadlight LLC, Katie Turner, General 7, Joe Vitale, the Ghost Guild, Trade Capital Shadow Seekers, and Tony Pelosi. They're the ones that keep this show rolling and free for everyone to watch. Please extend your thanks to them. And that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Stick around if you want to see some of these video promos. We'll see you next time. See if I can find the button.
In recent years, the word paranormal has taken on a new place in thoughts and minds of people everywhere. Once a word associated with blasphemy and the supernatural, paranormal has entered mainstream thoughts and conversations. 42% of American population believe in either ghosts or hauntings today. Within that, the discussions in the media have tripled in the last 20 years. In 2016, a radio talk show rose from the darkness in New York and now has become a popular beam of light with a no-holds-barred paranormal discussion. It's raw, live, and sometimes out of control. It's real and here, allowing all that care to listen to new ideas, new thoughts, old superstitions, and sometimes the downright weird. You want different? You want off the cuff? You want edgy? Then Paratalk Radio is what you should be listening to. It's 2 hours of guests, interviews, skepticism, unusual topics, and outside-the-box strange that pushes every button on the soundboard of life. So again, discover Paratalk Radio. Monday nights on WLFE DB Radio Network, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Paratalk Radio can be seen as live videocast on Facebook and heard on audio streams through iHeart, iTunes, Google.Play, Spotify, Spreaker, Comcast, Radio.com, and so many more. Join Ted and Cindy every Monday with guests and topics that will open a pathway to the unknown, the supernatural, and the paranormal.
This is Jason Bland, host of Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup, where we stream live as a webcast every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, with guests who will blow your mind. Live ghost box sessions where you can call into the show to see if the spirits will talk to you, and the world wide web of weird with the latest in paranormal news and evidence. We're bringing the weird every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
Your audio from your lavalier. Did the power go off?
Well, I felt like I got pinched, but it wasn't like a
Did the display turn off?
This just died.
You gotta be kidding me.
It just died.
Okay, that's brand new lithium-ion batteries. We'll keep rolling, dude. There's
Yeah, but at least that one's definitely documented it. That's still rolling. That camera.
Oh yeah, this is rolling too.
Yeah, these just freaking died.
Let me double check.
I held it in, the light came on to the title screen. And
Dude, I'm starting to feel really like weird sensations touching me, dude. I don't know what's going on.
yeah, it felt like something. Yeah, like just dead as a doornail. And those are brand new.
afraid of the dark, are you?
Hillary,
What?
what's going on with this building?
Everything.
A lot of people will come here and get messages from loved ones.
This place was holistic.
If you come back up here, I will push you to your death.
You're going to die in there.
Something just like flew at me. Something big and like gray.
Whoa, 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 I just saw someone fucking turn the step.
Did you hear that?
I'm not doing like this. I just want this on the record. Mike's gonna see something in that mirror.
This took a big 180. I hope this doesn't change our approach.